Good Friday morning. It is December 27th, 2024. Getting closer to the end of the year. Hope all's well with you. You can see this high pressure system up here to the north is dammed with cold air all the way down to Florida. So it's not warm today. We'll see some, maybe a little more sunny skies this afternoon, possibly, but more clouds later, and then rain developing overnight into tomorrow. And then so we end up warming up though. Highs in upper 40s to 50s to even the 60s coming up briefly here before we get a little bit more cold air, and then we'll have to see if it interacts with a little bit of moisture maybe next week or a touch of snow. I'm not thinking anything big at this point. Then we have to watch beyond that. I think that the weather is up in the air because there's a lot of transition going on with colder temperatures. Very likely in the long run, but when they come in and when storm systems line up with whatever, obviously makes a difference in winter weather or not. So here we go in the future here. We'll push forward. So we're already into Saturday. It looks like rain's going to come in for tomorrow. So some showery days, more clouds, and here comes a warm front and more clouds and rain as we head into Sunday. Sunday is when we get the most rain, especially afternoon, evening, into the overnight, and then kind of clear out. A little bit chillier here, and that little bit of colder air pressing down could aid us later. Here comes another little low pressure system for New Year's Day. So unfortunately, it looks like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, we could have some showers around. And then the cold air is kind of dragged down here. And then we have a little bit of a disturbance here, an overrunning event. And maybe that's rain or snow on us. And that will be around Thursday of next week, around the 2nd. This has been on and off, showing up on the GFS model. This is the American model. And so have to take it as a possibility, even though I'm not certain it's going to really pan out. We'll have to see. There's much colder air coming in, so it's going to get colder by next Thursday, Friday for sure. As we head into the weekend, really chilly weekend. Surprise, surprise, cold air coming in on the weekend. Strong northerly winds, ushering in that cold northwest flow. So we're back to a very similar look and feel to me as what we're experiencing in December, with the cold, windy conditions as we head into the weekend. And then some relaxing here. Here's the low that's an interesting one. And the reason why is because I'm not sure it's in the right location yet. We'll have to see. Regardless, I don't think this is all a winter storm for us if it does come about as we head into the full week of January of 2025. The reason why is because it looks like it's going to go up to the west. I think it's going to get suppressed more, but I don't foresee it being all a snowstorm for us. It could be a mixy mess. But this is a big low pressure. If this comes true, it's going to be the catalyst for dragging down the much colder air into more of the nation and definitely settling over us. And then we have to watch for an interaction down here in the southeast. That's whether or not we could get something to form. And just to note, there has been on and off chances and things showing up in the upper atmosphere. But when you have 3 low pressure systems energy kind of lurking around, it's hard to say which one, if anyone, will actually do anything for us. GF is notorious for this Great Lakes low. And then I don't know about the suppression, if it's really going to work or how things are going to interact. It's just an interesting time. Like I said, the ensembles, which is more like a mix of a whole bunch of models that we look at in long range, shows different scenarios, and some of them are more wintry weather than others. But in general, you see the cold air is kind of locking in here for several days. But it looks like it's going to relax possibly as we go into the second week of January. We'll have to see if this comes true too, because it's so far out. But it really has to do with whether or not this low pressure kind of crashes into the West Coast and breaks that cross-polar colder flow into the United States. So we'll have to see. And just for some comparison here is the European model, which also is a very big model. You see the cold air damming here again. So again, cloudiness and maybe a little bit of sun today, but it's not super warm. Here comes the rain in overnight and tomorrow. And then we got that reinforcing shot of rain. Looks pretty good. But here you see the low on the 1st and 2nd. So that looks like it's going to happen, some cloudy, showery situations. But then the cold air comes in. There's no really overrunning thing happening there on the 1st or 2nd. Just cold air infiltrating and drying us out. So if the GFS is right, maybe we'll get some moisture around. If the European's right, just cold air just comes in. Doesn't slow down or do anything special. Then you see it's kind of sticking around, and here comes another low pressure system. And I don't know if this is the same one. It's just a different wave it's centering on. You can see this cold high is really trying to hold its case or hold its place with the cold air damming trying to hold in place will give us a mixture of sleet, snow, rain, and then probably switch over to rain, and then reinforces the cold air, and then we're dry and cold. Although here's a clipper that comes through on the European, and that really that would be just frigidly cold here if this comes true on the European. But this is so far 354 hours. We're talking out, past the 10th of January. I don't know if this is really going to come true, other than the fact that we can just say, look, models are showing it's going to turn colder. We may have brief warm up in between, and I do think that there's chances of wintry weather. It just may not all be snow. As soon as we could see some snow, maybe next Wednesday, Thursday. So we'll have to see if that comes to fruition. In general, though, I mean, as I mentioned, cloudy day, rain kind of coming in overnight and tomorrow. Doesn't look like washout. Should end up early, kind of cloudy around, and then more rain on Sunday, especially afternoon, evening, and overnight. Then we have a break on Monday, and then on Tuesday, more showers coming in, maybe Tuesday night, or Monday night into Tuesday. I'm sorry, Tuesday into Tuesday night into Monday into Wednesday. Well, I can't get the names right. So Monday kind of clear. Tuesday looks cloudy, maybe some showers, especially Tuesday night into Wednesday. For New Year's, maybe some showers around. Then maybe a break, and then we'll have to watch whether or not some moisture gets in here and colder temperatures. All right, that's been your Loudoun County weather outlook for Friday, December 27th, 2024. Have a good one.